and welcome to a video on GitHub. It's a GitHub tip, and in this tip we're going to learn a little bit about branches when using Git and GitHub. So here's a little diagram that shows what we're about to experiment with. By default, when you create your first repository, the default branch is called master, and when you do git push origin master, you're saying that you're pushing your code to a branch called master. And a lot of times, just one branch works just fine for you, and you can stick with that default. But in bigger projects, developers often take advantage of doing lots of branching. And here's an example of where you might want to do this. Suppose you've got your master branch currently active, and you're getting ready to embark on a bug fix that could be complex, could cause you to create or edit a lot of code, and in the end, you may not be able to fix the bug right away, and you've just changed a bunch of code, and you maybe want to just like throw in the flag and start all over again. The nice thing about branches is it allows you to go off and do a long branch of development without impacting your current branch, and that way you have this protection where you're kind of having parallel development between these two branches. If in the end your bug fix works out great and you've tested it and you like the way it works, you can easily merge that branch back into the master branch using Git. So you create a temporary branch, work on some code, decide that it's no good, you can dump the branch. Or you create a temporary branch, work on some code, decide you like it, and you can merge it back into the master branch. Okay, so let's take a look at this actually in action. First I can run what is the git branch command, and this shows you what my current branch is. And you can see I've got a few other branches already here, but the one that I'm currently in has a star on it, and it's called master. So let's say I'm getting ready to make some changes to my code, and here's my my code directory, which is my repository, and I have one folder in here, Hello C++, and here's the program, the main CPP for that. And I'm getting ready to embark on a lot of changes, and I would like to create a branch, and then if it works out, I'll merge that branch back into master. So the first thing I need to do is create my branch. And to do that, you type git checkout -b and the name of your branch. So I will call this bug fix. Okay? So git checkout a new branch called bug fix. When I do that, it says it's created and switched to that new branch. And if I type git branch now, you'll see that I have a new branch, and that is the one that's currently active. And now I'm going to start my programming here and make my changes. So there it is. I've added a new line here, but theoretically you'd be making lots of changes. And actually in this class, what you would likely be doing here is starting a new assignment or a new exercise. You could make a branch for that work, and then once you get it all working and running well, you could merge that branch back into master. So here are my changes, and you'll notice if I type git status, there is my change right there. I've modified main.cpp. Let's see if it actually works. Test my code, go into that folder and type make, and oh, look at that, it works. I'm happy with it. So if I do a git status, I should add these new files, add them to my local staging area, and then I'm going to commit them to that staging area, and I'll say added new code. And now if I do a git status, everything is working clean. Everything is clean. My working tree is clean. Now I've tested this. It works. I'm happy with my changes. Now I want to merge it back into master. And this is the really cool but also nerve-wracking process here. This is my current program in the bug fix branch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my other branch. And I do that with git checkout master. Now, notice there's no -b here. I'm not creating a new branch. Instead, I'm going to check out the master branch. And this is what's scary. Watch what's going to happen to all of my nice hard work here when I switch my branch. Bonk, it's gone. okay? And if I had made thousands of changes, they would all just disappear. I am now, if I type git branch, I'm back in master, and all those changes I made in bug fix are gone. And this could make people really nervous. But remember, the code's still there, it's just in bug fix now, not in master. So it's there, and you have to get a little bit of practice here in order to just feel comfortable about switching branches. You see, if I go back to test here, to bug fix, it comes back, right? I can switch between these two, could be very different branches of code. With just a single command, I can switch back and forth between them. But I'm ready to merge this branch, bug fix, into my master. And we should see that merge happen right here, and we should see the code change in master, so it matches the changes we made in bug fix. And there it is. It merged in those changes. I am in master now, and now master matches bug fix. Okay, at this point, you have this old branch here, bug fix, which you can leave around. You don't have to do anything with it. You've popped in there, you've made the changes, you got it working, you brought it into master, and you're likely not going to need to go back to that again. So if you wanted to, you could get rid of the branch by typing git branch, git branch -d and the name of the branch you want to get rid of. If I do this command, bug fix will go away, and that's commonly what people want to do. But also you may want to push your branch remotely, just like you do with master, git push origin master. You could do a git push origin bug fix, and that'll push it up to your remote repository. It's going to ask us to log in. Okay, so we'll log in to push this, and boom, we've got our new branch pushed to our remote repository. Now let's take a look at GitHub and see if we can see it there. Okay, so I'm in my code repository on GitHub, and you can see down here at the bottom, it shows you what branch we're currently looking at, and you could switch to your bug fix here if you want to see the code from that, or we can just see all our branches here, and sure enough, bug fix is there. It was updated, it's been pushed up, and we're all good to go. Okay, so quick summary here. By default, when you create a GitHub repository, you're given a master branch, and you typically are working in that branch. But more complicated projects, we often create branches to allow us to develop two lines of code that are separate in a parallel fashion, and you can merge them back together as needed. In the example we gave, we had a master branch, we created a bug fix branch to make some changes. Once we were happy, we merged it back into master, and we saw the option of either deleting your bug fix branch when you were done or pushing that branch up to your remote repository. In this particular class, for the next check-in, I expect to see at least one branch having been created, had commits in it, and then pushed up to your remote repository. And remember, the only way I can see if you've done this or not is if you actually push your branch up. So you want to do this last step where you push the branch you created to your remote repository. That's how I can look at it, make sure there are some commits in there in order to give you credit in your next check-in. Okay, enjoy.